Hey guys, it's Simply Destiny. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I want to say welcome to you all. I have noticed that I have gained a couple of new subbies, so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that I am honored that you guys chose to subscribe to my little old channel. My channel. Honored, okay? Thank you guys. Welcome to the family. I decided to come back to you guys with another nurse related video because I find that you guys really engage with these videos and you guys really enjoy these videos. So I really hope this video is helpful for you guys, it's useful. The tips and the habits that I'm going to share with you guys really help to enhance my performance while in the program. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, if you guys add it to your routine and, you know, add your own little spin on it, it'll really be helpful. Okay, so if you're interested, then, you know, keep watching. The first tip, first of all, a disclaimer. Okay, my eyelashes look so crazy right now. Please excuse my eyelashes. It's really embarrassing me and really getting on my nerves, but I already put them on and I'm not gonna take them off because it's gonna mess up my makeup. So just act like you don't see this lash right here. It's this lash that's killing me slowly. Act like you don't see it. Okay, act like you don't see it. Okay, anyways, the first tip I'm going to share with you guys, I know I've mentioned it so many times by now, like so many times, but I'm gonna mention it again in case you guys still have not gotten a planner. Okay, get you a planner. A planner is gonna really keep you on track. Okay, keep you on track like no other. Like if you really use a planner how it's supposed to be used, you jot down all your homework assignments, you jot down all the due dates for certain assignments, you jot down important due dates for things outside of school, you can really balance your life better. Because one major thing about nursing school, it really kind of throws your balance off, especially when you are trying to balance personal life, work life, school life, you know, and still trying to have a social life, you know, like trying to juggle all that can be a lot. So get your planner, really utilize your planner. It really helped me stay focused, it helped me stay organized, and I just started utilizing a planner and it really has helped me tremendously. So number one on the list, planner. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, we're gonna move on. I really feel like sitting in the front has really helped me out a lot. I didn't used to sit in the front. Like my first semester of school, I never really sat in the front. I would sit like the middle row, the back row. I never really sat in the front, but I'm telling you guys, the front row really makes a difference. Like it's like your brain is just like soaking up all of the information from your professor because you're like that close to them. I don't know, it just feels like it works wonders when you sit in the front row. If not the front row, the second row. I know it can be like a lot. You feel like, dang, like I don't want to sit in the front because what if the professor calls me because I'm the closest one to them? It don't matter. It keeps you on your toes, you guys. Okay, it keeps you on your toes, and like I said, it just feels like your brain just absorbs all the information at a different type of pace. I don't know, it just, I don't know, I just feel like that front row is something about that front row. The front row or the second row, I would encourage you guys to sit in either of those rows. I feel like for me personally, I get really distracted. Like anything overstimulates me, anything distracts me. So to sit in the front row, it's like I am making a decision to either stay focused or to not stay focused. I know for me, when I sit in the back row, when I sit in the second to last row, I'm not focused. Like I'm just not focused. Like I'm not, like I'm there, but I'm not really there, you know? So if you know yourself, you know that you are one that's you get easily distracted. You know that when you sit in the back row, like you're talking to your friends or you're just really not there with that present class, then sit in the front two rows, okay? So enough about that. My third tip would definitely be utilizing a study group. Okay, utilize a study group. And when I say a study group, I don't mean like 30 plus people, because that can be overstimulating, that can be a lot. And then you factor in all the side conversations that's going to be taking place in that hour or however long you are studying for. It can be a lot. So I encourage you guys to get like a small group of people, maybe like 5, maybe like 10. I don't know, my program is pretty small, so that's why my study groups have always been really small. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy that because it keeps me on my toes. I get to understand how another one of my classmates are thinking, and then it opens up my eyes to a whole new way of thinking, and then the same vice versa. Like, we just feed off of each other's energy, feed off of each other's knowledge, and it just helps out. Study groups have proven to be like one of the key components in, you know, securing good grades while in school. So definitely do that. Also with study groups, okay, because I know for me, like, asking people to be in your study group is like, I don't know if I want to ask you, because you seem like you all about yourself and you're not even interested. Move on to somebody else, because there's always going to be some people in your class that are interested in being a part of a study group. So don't dwell on that 1 or 2 or 3 students who just feel like they can get through by themselves. Don't worry about them, okay? Get you a study group with whoever else is in your class who's, you know, equally interested in elevating and working together. So that's all I have to say about that. The next thing I would say would be to utilize different platforms. So for me, I'm a visual and I'm a auditory learner. I need to see it and I need to hear it while I'm seeing it. Like, it all has, it just like, it has to go hand in hand like that. Like, I have to see it and I have to hear it while visualizing it. So for me, YouTube videos, like, hands down, helped out the most, especially when I was taking my prereq, what was that class? Jeez. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, of course I get a brain fart. What is the class? Microbiology, okay? When I was in micro, utilizing YouTube videos really helped me, because my professor, he actually used to do a lot of like YouTube videos, YouTube lectures, and he would give it to us to watch. So it would be him, but it would be, you know, just him by himself lecturing to a camera. So I don't know, I felt like I picked up a lot of information that way, and then I was prepared for his in-class lectures because I had just watched his lecture already. So I already was, you know, I knew what to anticipate and I was ready for that lecture. So YouTube videos definitely helped me. YouTube University, A1, it will never let you down, okay? And make sure you are also fact-checking whatever video you're watching, because sometimes the information in the video might be a little outdated. It might not be what is in your textbook, and at the end of the day, what's in your textbook and what your professor is saying is usually what they're gonna try to test you on. So just make sure you're cross-referencing the information that you're gathering from all these different resources. A couple of YouTubers that I really enjoy watching their lectures are RegisteredNurseRN. She is my favorite. That's the main one, honestly. And I'll link the other ones in my description box, because I know that my classmates have mentioned one other person, but for now, all I can remember is RegisteredNurseRN, because that's who I use a lot, especially in micro and especially in med-surg. So she's great. What else? I'm just like going off the dome with this, you guys, okay? This is not a formal video, okay? Don't come for me, okay, in the comments. But another resource I would say is you utilize your professor's office hours. That's one thing I would say I didn't really do that much, but whenever there was any type of topic that I just really wasn't catching on to, I would definitely go talk to my professor. Like, I'm not really understanding this. Can you please explain this to me a little bit more? Because when you're in class, some people might be catching this information like that. Meanwhile, you're like, what is going on? And then you don't want to like sound dumb in front of your classmates, or not even that. They're just like ready to move on and you're still stuck. So you're just like, whatever, let's move on. I'll catch you after class, you know? So I feel like talking to your professors, picking their brains, having them talk to you one-on-one would definitely, you know, bridge any gaps that you feel like you acquired while in class. So definitely do that. Another thing I would say is utilize Handmedown Notes. I think I mentioned this too. But I'm gonna mention it again. Hand-me-down notes are really, really important. I actually got this tip from another YouTuber. Her name is Sweet Yella TV. I'll link her YouTube channel in my description box as well. I love her. I watch her YouTube videos all the time. But she mentioned the use of hand-me-down notes, and since she has mentioned that, I have lived by that, and it has really helped me in my last 2 semesters. So I will keep on doing that. I got some notes off of Etsy from the twin diaries. I'll also link them in my description box. Their notes are really good. I got their notes off of Etsy. They're really, really good. If you guys are on Instagram, Nurse Sam, she is excellent, okay? Like, she's so creative with how she puts together her notes. It's like insane. Like, her ideas are just out of this world. It's just like so creative how she mixes like today's hip and trendy things with the nurse world, and you know, it's crazy how she intertwines the two. But anyways, I will link her as well, so go to her page, check her page out, check her notes out, check out the twin diaries. I purchased their diabetes notes because if you guys have already come across this topic in class, diabetes is such a vast topic, and it's so much different components to diabetes. And I just felt like when I was reading it in the textbook, it just wasn't clicking for me. And so I felt like I had to get hand-me-down notes to really like understand the topic. And so once I got these hand-me-down notes, I started to you guys, like, I highlighted a bunch of stuff. I wrote down on the side, I wrote down in the margins. Like, I really like turn the notes into my own, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get these hand-me-down notes, and you're supposed to highlight things, you're supposed to add your own twist to it, and you just amplify it and you make it so that way it can help you on your test. And so that's what I would say. Definitely utilize hand-me-down notes. The next tip that I would give you guys is to pace yourself, okay? Pace yourself and know that it is going to be okay. When you're in nursing school, you are like, you got an exam maybe every week, maybe 2 exams every week, or maybe 2 exams every other week. Every week you have something that you're doing that's an exam or a project, a presentation, something. And so I know, what is that? Sorry if you guys heard yelling. I'm like recording right in front of my living room window. Anyway, see, getting distracted. But when you're in nursing school, you have a lot to do. It's a lot on your plate. And so when you get all these different really complex topics and complex diseases, or just complex ideas in general, it's hard to remember every single detail about these topics and diseases and disease processes and drugs and everything. It's just hard, okay? It's hard, and you should not beat yourself up for not being able to commit all that stuff to memory, because it's impossible, okay? It's impossible. So I would say pace yourself, breathe, understand that you are not the only one who cannot remember every single thing, because sometimes I'm just like, dang, like, how can I not remember this? Like, it'd be right at the tip of my tongue, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot get this out. I don't remember. I can't, it's not coming to me, you know? So I just have to remember, like, I'm not perfect. I don't have photogenic memory. Like, it's not gonna happen. You can't remember everything. So just pace yourself, breathe, understand that you are just human, and repetition is key. So continue to go over your notes. Don't just write notes, leave it, and then after that test, that's it. You know, make sure you go over your notes. Make sure you read your notes at least like for 10 minutes each day or 30 minutes each day, something like that. And that's something that I wish I did more of. And going into my last semester, I'm definitely going to do that more. I'm going to read my notes every single day for at least like 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, okay? Like, sometimes when you say 30 minutes, it's like, okay, I know that that's not gonna happen. Every day, 30 minutes after class, I'm exhausted by the time I get out of class, okay? I'm not gonna read for an additional 30 minutes. So let's be realistic, like 10 to 20 minutes reading whatever notes you went over in class. Okay, let's all commit to that. Okay, let's all commit to that. I'm gonna commit to it. Okay, my last tip, I think this is gonna be my last tip. I would for sure, when you're studying, figure out where you study at the best. Okay, for me, I cannot study at home. I am not productive at home. It does not work for me. I've tried it millions of times. It doesn't work for me, okay? Like, I can't study at home. I study best when I'm away from any noise really, or just people. So I study like Starbucks. Starbucks is good. Any cafe really that allows you to sit, has Wi-Fi, I would utilize that. There's like this really nice little coffee shop in my neighborhood, and I go there a lot. So that's why I went there a lot before the damn pandemic. But it's really good to just step outside of your home environment. If your home environment is not that productive for you, go ahead and go to a coffee shop, a library. I've been to a library before. I didn't really like the library. It was a little bit too quiet for me. But, you know, to each his own. You can go wherever works best for you. Also, I do like listening to like certain playlists. Now, I would not encourage you to listen to a playlist that has actual lyrics. For me, it just doesn't work. I get distracted. I want to sing along and it doesn't work. Okay, so do something like it's Baroque music. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Baroque music. Baroque. I don't know. I'll link it in the description box. But it's like classical music, and it's just really, really interesting. Like, it's like Bach and stuff like that. It just makes your juices flow, and it just gets you in the zone. I feel like for me, it really helped me get in the zone. Aside from that, I really utilize some other like little study playlists on YouTube. I'll link that in the description box as well, because they really help me. Like, I feel like when I put that on, I know like I'm in business. And then on top of that, a good thing about it is it tells you how long the playlist is. So some of the playlists are like an hour, some of the playlists are like 2 hours. I like the 2-hour playlist because then I'm like committed to study for 2 hours, you know, like, and once that playlist is done, then I know like, okay, I studied for 2 hours, time to take a break or time to be done for the day. So definitely utilize different playlists on YouTube. There's tons and tons of playlists that, you know, will float your boat. Okay, I will definitely link the ones that I use though in the description box. I think that that's all of them. I hope this video wasn't so quick. I feel like I talked really fast in this video. Where's my lip gloss? I hope I didn't talk too fast in this video, guys. Anyways, I think that's all of my tips and tricks. Everything else is really trial and error, okay? Like, you're not gonna be in nursing school and just get everything right the first time. You're not gonna like watch all these videos on YouTube and like formulate this perfect study plan. I mean, and if you do and it works out, then that's perfect. But you know, sometimes it just takes trial and error. Sometimes, you know, you can hear my tips and you can take my tips into consideration. And then when you get into your semester, you're like, oh, I really like that. I'm gonna take that. This really works for me. This didn't really work for me. You know, so it's like you have to, you know, you're just perfecting something that works best for you. So don't think that all these things are the end all be all, okay? Like, it's not. And I'm sure going into my last semester, I'm gonna acquire some more study tips and some more habits that are gonna be really helpful and really facilitate my success in my last semester. So it's just a day-by-day thing, you know. You take it day by day and you continue to grow as a student. I know that when I look back at the student that I was my first semester, I'm just like, yeah, I see why I didn't, you know, perform that great on some of my exams. I didn't apply myself. But now I'm like, I apply myself, I study different. I don't study for hours at a time either. That's another thing, guys. Do not study for hours at a time. because then you get burnt out, and then it's just like your brain is just like on overdrive, and then that's an easy way to forget things when it comes down to test day. So do not study for hours and hours and hours on end, unless of course that works for you. That doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for me. So I can't study for hours on end and then think that I'm gonna retain all that information. It just doesn't work like that for me. So limit yourself, you know. That's why I say it's important to, like, you know, listen to playlists that are like 2 hours long, or maybe 3 hours long, or an hour long, and you take like 3 breaks in between. Just don't study for hours and hours and hours on end, because then that's an easy way that you burn yourself out, and that's an easy way to forget vital information. So let me stop ranting, but I think that's all of the tips that I have for you guys. I really hope that they are helpful. Please just comment down below if you utilize any of these tricks. My cats are distracting me, y'all. I'm sorry. If you utilize any of these tips and they are helpful for you, please let me know. I would love to know how you guys are getting through your semester. If you guys have any tips and habits that you guys, you know, want to share, please let me know. I am open to any and every advice. So leave them down in the comment section. And if you guys have any videos that you guys would like to see, any different topics, I don't want to like nurse content you guys to death. So if you guys would like to see anything else, let me know in the description box. Oh guys, I want to show you guys, this is my new tattoo. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm so blind, I can't even see myself, but here's my... So okay, I know I've ranted, I know I've went off into several different conversations, but anyways guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this not so formal video. I hope you guys are able to take away from this video. Again, please comment down below if you guys would like to see certain videos, and if this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any tips that you would like to share for the community, please do that too. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah!